A commitment-phobe is the term used for someone with a pepperami bottom, perhaps. And they also have an extreme fear of settling down, which can affect their relationships, friendships, even their career choices. The term has long been associated with men, but one study has suggested it's actually women who are less likely to commit faster than men. So will anyone here own up to be a commitment-phobe?
OK, all right, yeah.
OK, let's give us a bit of background here, Pete.
Well, I'm
right,
the only one on the panel that's not married, kids. But, yeah, I mean, look, I am probably well known for being a bit of a commitment phobe, and I've made no kind of... I've never hidden that fact. And I think there's loads of different reasons why. I do think men are often described as being commitment phobes and not as much women, but I do think that is rubbish, I've got to say. Like, I do think women are kind of just as... I say just as bad. I don't necessarily see it as a bad thing either. I think everyone assumes that you have to commit and you have to do this because society tells us you have to be married and you have to do that and you have to have kids and you have to do all of this sort of stuff by a certain age. And I am heading towards 40. Yeah, I'm not married and all that sort of stuff. And I think people do kind of have a bit of a stigma against that. But I think it's just down to... It's just been my choice to do that. There's been so many things that I've wanted to do over the years, and I have not got the best role models in terms of happy relationships, and I think that probably affects my view on it, is kind of wanting a fairy tale and wanting that kind of perfect relationship, and actually that isn't the case, and it's probably my laziness and lack of work that has meant that I've not settled down.
Are you concerned about the kind of sins of your father kind of syndrome? Is that the kind of thing is that what?
Yeah, I suppose a little bit, but also it's just not fully knowing what I've ever wanted. I would love to get married and I would love to have kids and kind of do all that stuff. You know, I'm so blessed to do some of the things that I do in my life, and what is better than sharing that with someone you love? You know, but I've just never been in a position, I think, over the years where I have felt able to do that. There's been so many things that I've wanted to work on myself, with myself, and understand myself better. And probably elements of never, you know, fully feeling worthy of that kind of love and commitment and, you know, letting people down and all that sort of stuff that has made me be quite an independent, selfish person, you know?
You shouldn't be scared, because Maura Higgins is absolutely gorgeous.
Well, Maura is a very good friend of mine. We've known each other a long time and we get on very well.
What a well-rehearsed answer. Well done,
Thank you so much. Right, Jordan.
Yes.
Talk to me.
Commitment-wise,
yes.
I would say, no offence to Pete, me and him are direct opposites in that. Like, with me and my wife, we met when I was 22.
Same outfit on.
I like the green. Finish the shift. It's a good call on you, huh? Let's talk more about Maura, actually. Let's talk more about Maura. No, so we met when I was 22. Within 3 months, we were living together. Within a year and a half, we were having our first baby. The year after that, we had another baby. Then we got engaged, got married, a third baby, and, like, now we're 10 years in. But we've been... I was saying this to her the other day, which is actually kind of funny. Like, we've been with each other for way longer as parents than not. Like, we met when we were so young, but within a year and a half, we had a baby there. So for us two, it was kind of like one of those things where I sort of latch on really quick, she latches on really quick, and I think it only kind of works if you're both that way.
Danny, you and Georgia, were you more Pete or more Jordan?
In between, I would say.
That was normal. Lovely.
Yeah. I mean, for me...
He's got the balance right.
I was in a band and, you know, had various girlfriends, and then suddenly... you know, this girl called Georgia came into my life, and I was obsessed. And she taught me that I was similar to you, where I'd only seen my mum's breakup, you know, and it scared me from committing, and it scared me from relationships like that and getting married. And she taught me and showed me that it actually can be beautiful, it can be amazing. And that literally knocked down my wall. But again, it's timing. It's when you're ready. It's when that person comes in, like you're saying, brave enough to work on yourself before you get into that. I think that's amazing. So,
do you know, Pete, it's been lovely spending today with you. You're a lovely fella. It'll happen when it's meant to happen. But just don't fight it. Just let it, you know, let it all just kind of...
OK, I'm waiting for the punchline.
No, there's
not. Oh, OK.
But an Irish wedding is like no one.